Good morning. This is John from John's House Improvement. It is August 1st, and I'm up on your roof here. And this is called Sherwood Green. It's a Pabco 30-year product. And what I do, I found the problem over there why it's leaking, but I always do a complete roof inspection. And so I knew when they had weaved this that this is wrong, but it's okay. We'll just leave that. That's fine. Usually you would put a piece of valley flashing in here, snap a line, and put what's called a bleeder underneath. But there's just a few things. I mean, look at this. This isn't even nailed. This needs to be sealed and nailed. They should have went one more course over. But this is a problem when the ice and snow comes. That one's fine. But they just did those valleys wrong. It drives me nuts. And then they ran it into here, and you can see where they've tried to caulk it. That's tough. That corner, at least, a minimum, should be cleaned and resealed. But here's some problems. The water's going right behind the flashing. And a lot of times we don't see it because the insulation catches it, but that should have a seal on it. Nothing, I'm not going to jump down there, but I looked, and it needs a bead caulk all along there. You just don't want your stuff to disintegrate, your wood, when you've got a leak that can be fixed with ease. And then back down in here, this is a problem right there. There's a hole there. On each of the ends of the valleys, they just struggle there. They didn't run any flashing there, but that can be fixed. And here is your problem here with the leak. That jack, these are called pipe jacks. This jack is completely wrong, but I can reseal it. But you can't just smear blackjack like that. It's got to be sealed right. Here's one of the problems. This needs to be lifted up, a seal put underneath. And then what they tried to do here, down here, is they tried to seal it with a caulking gun, but you can't get a caulking gun in there, and they kind of gave up. This is one piece of what's called roof-to-wall flashing. It's a square L-shaped flashing, but it's supposed to be in 12-inch and 14-inch increments, pieces, not one long piece. Else the water just gets right behind the shingles. If this was my roof, I would just go over the top of it and put another piece of flashing on there. That's just a mess, and it's hard to get in here. You've got just a few inches to get into her. Really difficult one to fix because there's no working room. You can't get a gun in there to shoot. It's very difficult, and that's why it is leaking. But I would start minimum with fixing this flashing, and then run over. I would just put a little piece of 1 3/8. There's no way to seal it with a gun. You can't nail it, so you have to use an adhesive on it. You can't get no nails in here, and so that's a difficult fix, but I think I can do it. Okay. This drives me crazy when I see a composition valley done like this, because it's not. This is not supposed to be done like that. That's naughty. You don't do stuff like that. You're to use valley metal. And here's another one of those holes that needs to be fixed. But I've went up and inspected the roof. There's nothing wrong with the shingles. Sherwood Green, Papco 30. Nothing wrong with those. And you still got screens up in those. Okay. All right. Thank you.